NASA's JUNO spacecraft has been capturing imagery of Jupiter since around 2016, and I saw this photo specifically and thought, I wonder if I could sketch that. I've made space artwork in the past, but it's always been digital artwork that I make on my iPad. I've never actually sketched space artwork with just a pencil and paper. So this was a fun new challenge. I was originally going to try to sketch it out just as the image was, but that felt a little boring, so I decided to give it my own spin, drawing it from a different angle, slightly different textures, and shading and lighting changes. Jupiter, as you likely already know, is the biggest planet in our solar system. It is a gas giant, and it is 11 times wider than Earth. According to NASA, if Earth were the size of a grape, Jupiter would be about as big as a basketball. Jupiter is also around 484 million miles away from Earth. For context, the Sun is only around 93 million miles away from Earth. So Jupiter is really, really far away. Even though it looks like Jupiter has some solidity to it, nothing that we know of, nothing massive in Jupiter is solid. The stripes on Jupiter aren't solid. Not even its core is solid. The streaks and rugged-looking patches are clouds of gas and liquid swirling around Jupiter. According to the NASA website, NASA's JUNO spacecraft measuring Jupiter's gravity and magnetic field found data suggesting the core is much larger than expected and not solid. Instead, it is partially dissolved, with no clear separation from the metallic hydrogen around it, leading researchers to describe the core as dilute or fuzzy. When it comes to sketching this sort of weird cloudy texture, it's really about messing with the shading. If you add sort of twisting dark shaded angles within the clouds, it creates an almost 3D effect, making the clouds look separated. Even though, of course, this is just pencil on paper. I've always found the difference and contrast between each of Jupiter's stripes to be really cool. Some of the stripes look smooth and wave-like, almost like you're looking at an ocean squeezed into a stripe. It's kind of neat. Others look almost rigid and almost like you're looking at solid ground, even though it's all gases and liquids. And others look like they're storms containing smaller, more intense cyclones, which, to be honest, that's probably exactly what it is. These stripes, or bands as they're also called, are caused by chemical and temperature differences throughout Jupiter. All the bands of Jupiter are wider than the entire Earth, which is a wild thing to think about. The darker bands are gases that are sinking deeper into Jupiter, and the lighter bands are where gases are rising. You might have been kind of shocked a little bit, or maybe at least a little surprised at the concept that Jupiter's bands are all wider than the entire Earth. If that sounds crazy, something else to mention is that Jupiter also has auroras like what we see on Earth in the Northern Lights. And the auroras on Jupiter are larger than Earth as well. Jupiter also has a red spot on it, which is a giant storm. That storm is bigger than the Earth as well. Jupiter is just unbelievably gigantic. Jupiter also has a ton of moons. The current count is 95, but there could be more. The main moons of Jupiter that most people will know are the 4 Galilean moons. The 4 Galilean moons of Jupiter are Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. Ganymede is the largest moon in our solar system. And funnily enough, if Ganymede was orbiting the Sun and not Jupiter, Ganymede might even be considered a planet. And the reason why is because Ganymede is actually bigger than Mercury. Io is a really interesting moon of Jupiter. And the reason why is because Io is the most volcanic body in the entire solar system. Io is literally a chaotic volcanic mess. Europa is also a very intriguing moon of Jupiter. And the reason why is because Europa seems to have an icy shell of a surface. And underneath that icy shell, scientists are predicting there are likely oceans. Those oceans might hold extraterrestrial life forms. Callisto is actually similar to Europa in the fact that Callisto is another ice-surfaced planet with likely a salty ocean beneath its surface, which may contain small forms of life. Jupiter is also incredibly important for the survival of Earth, as well as just the preservation of the other planets in the solar system. Jupiter's gravity redirects a lot of the asteroids that could hit Earth. So Jupiter is sort of like the big brother of the solar system. At the same time, Jupiter's gravity may have been one of the factors that led to the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs 65 million years ago to hit Earth. So it's like, it gives and it takes. Most of the time, Jupiter's gravity is very helpful for Earth. Most of the time, the asteroids get redirected. Once in a while, though, an asteroid might get redirected by Jupiter to hit Earth. When I say once in a while, I mean like once in a while, like millions of years. Overall, Jupiter is an incredibly fascinating planet. It is the largest planet in the solar system. It is essentially the big brother of the solar system. And there's so many secrets that have yet to be uncovered about Jupiter that scientists are still looking into today. If you'd like to see more content like this of me explaining these types of topics, check out the other videos on the channel. And if you'd like to see more content like this with drawing astronomical objects, then please like the video and leave a comment saying you would like to see more of this. Leave a comment telling me what you think about the topic of Jupiter, of the drawing itself, if you have any critiques for the drawing. Please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and that's it.